Hello, welcome back to Mario and Luigi in an Unknown Island. Really, it's just Mario. I'm not playing as Luigi, but we're in the land of fields, and I believe I was telling you a story about the first day of school. Well, I gave you the backstory of it with the whole needing to change buses and everything. Hold that thought for a second. World 2, grassland? Yep, grassland. Okay, well, thank you for telling me it's grassland. So, the first day of school comes around, and you know what? It's a real good day. Like, I had a very nice day. I met my kids, and really, when you're a teacher, the first day of school, there's only one goal. Only one goal of school. Make sure the kids are safe, make sure they know how they're getting home, and that's it. If they know how they're getting home and they get home successfully, you did good for today. So, throughout the entire day, we're trying to make sure kids know how they're getting home and kids know what bus they're on, or if they're a car rider or whatever. And so honestly, most of the day, like I said, goes fairly decent. I don't think I ran into any problems that day. Maybe I had one or two kids that just had no idea where they were at, but I mean, whatever. So you have that, but then the last hour of school happens, and here's the deal. I'm still getting over a cold, by the way, so I'm sorry if I'm coughing. Our school lets out about 3:25, I think, is technically the end of my day. And so buses technically start showing up about 3:05. Well, we're smart and we wanted to get ahead of the game. So we're like, okay, we're going to start getting everyone down to our auditorium that's a bus rider. They'll have different places to sit, and it's gonna go great, right? Everything's gonna go fine. They'll be able to know what bus they are. They can look at the signs that have where they're supposed to sit at, and everything will go fine. And so we're gonna start doing that at about like 2:55, 2:50, like a good half an hour before school actually ends and the buses technically leave and all this other stuff. And the plan was in place. And honestly, on our end, it could have gone a little smoother. I mean, to be fair, we didn't really have the wherewithal knowing, like, we should have already assigned the seats of where the buses would be and stuff. We ended up fixing that on the second day. But like eventually, you know, kids were getting picked up. Buses were late the very first day. Buses were late on picking the. I know some kids didn't leave our school until a solid like 5 o'clock. And some of our kids didn't get home until much later. Now, the district, on the other hand, wide, it did not go well. The buses ended up, like, there were some kids who did not get home. The last kid got home that night from the first day of school. And now, albeit this is on a Wednesday, from the first day of school, got home at 9:58 p.m. Think about if you were that kid. You got up at like 6 a.m. and you didn't get home till 15 hours later. It's wild, right? So obviously there was something wrong. Something was a problem here. Why would they let them do that? Pause for a second. This place are full of Rexes. I like the Rexes. You know what? I like Rexes too. They're very cute. So obviously there is a problem, right? There's a problem of something did not go as planned, or something did not go like we wanted it to. So what ended up happening is the district sent out an email, because like I said, the first day of school was on a Wednesday, so we still technically had Thursday and Friday left to do. Well, they ended up canceling school on Thursday and Friday. They said, look, we realize there's a problem. We need to come up with a solution to that problem. We cannot be sending kids to school if they're going to get home at almost 10 p.m. Which, you know what, fair point. You shouldn't be sending kids to school if you're going to get home at almost 10 p.m. Probably not the best idea. So school gets canceled on Thursday, school gets canceled on Friday, and on Friday they had to make a decision of, okay, what's going to be the plan from here? There's got to be something to happen here. There has to be something to make this at least a little more manageable. And from there, it comes about, let's see, that's Friday, so Saturday, Sunday night, it's announced there's no school on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday. 4 more days. So now, we went back to school on a Wednesday, and we had no school for Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, because they needed to figure out this mess and how to fix it. So it becomes okay, now it's a waiting game. The Friday comes along and everyone's like, okay, here's the new thing that we're gonna do. They each bus is gonna have like a GPS type thing. It's totally gonna work, so they can be timed out as well. Every bus is gonna have a bus tracker on it, so that parents can follow the tracker and everything, so they can see exactly where their bus is in real time. Kind of like what you could see at like I think Subways and stuff do that, not the food places, like actual Subways have like maps and stuff where you could see exactly where the Subway is and stuff. The buses worked out like that as well. And then comes when the kids are at school. Well, we ended up playing that Friday exactly like the first day of school again. We just literally called it first day number 2. I had the funny idea of telling the teachers, let's just act like that day never happened. We're going to introduce ourselves again. I mean, I didn't know half their names but after that first day because it was just a big old thing of chaos. And so the second first day happens now on the Friday after, and everything goes smoothly again. Everything, like my day of my stuff going with the teaching aspect of it goes swell, fucking great, because like I'm just doing what I'm born to do. I'm sitting there talking to the kids, having a grand old time. Then comes the last hour of school. Hold that thought. The moon is very bigger. Delicious cheese. I mean, the moon is not cheese. Technically, it could be cheese. I don't know. The last hour happens and we start to do that exact same play as last time, except with one major change. We already told the students where they were going to sit. They already had assigned seats. We already knew where the buses were going to be. So therefore, it wouldn't be that much confusion. And the big part about the bus situation was getting rid of the confusion. If you can get rid of the confusion, you can have a nice time. Because like, that's the main frustrating part about it, is when students are confused about where they need to go. So, buses start to arrive on time a little bit better that day. And then I believe the last kid got home at about 7:30, which, look, is not 9:58, is better. And this is something, there is something to note that like every year, even before all the changes that happened, there's always a feeling out, a learning period in the first couple days of school when it comes to buses, because you know there's people who need to learn their routes, need to learn the quick ways of doing things, and yada all that stuff. So that first day went so much better. It really went smoother. And then as the coming days came, where we had the Monday, the Tuesday, and the Wednesday after and stuff, it started to feel more like actual school. And that's exciting, right? Like, even though there was all this confusion and stuff that happens, and they're still trying to figure out like, were we gonna have to make up those days and a bunch of other stuff? Honestly, I don't think we should, but it's not my decision. And we shouldn't have to make up those days, because it wasn't the teacher's fault or the student's fault. It was the district's fault or something. It was some conglomerate of a fault. So now that we've had our first day of school and how everything went well, and we've had all these bus issues all figured out for the most part, what now? Well, I can say, and I mentioned this in the last episode, this year is probably the best I felt about teaching in a long time. Now, there is a big difference between this year and last year when it comes to just me as a teacher, because now I'm something called tenured. If you've never heard about what tenured is, basically, let's put it this way. I've worked long enough to where I have job security now, and also the job security comes with like different perks and benefits. Like, for example, new teachers always have to be evaluated. Like, they have to get 3 evaluations per year to where people come in, and then tenured people do not have to until every 3 years. That's called their summative, is what it's called. Hold on a second. Mario is on his way up to heaven. The stars here are very beautiful. I agree, stars are very pretty. I mean, this is very nice. I'm enjoying myself with it. I haven't really talked about the hack really much, and that's because I'm just enjoying myself. The best kind of hacks, in my opinion, are ones that I don't have to think very often about. I can just sit here, play, talk to you all for a little bit, and just like enjoy myself. Because like, that's what I like to do with Mario. I like to sit here and just, you know, have a good time, not have to think about like, oh, puzzles and shit. Because puzzles and shit get annoying, but you know what doesn't get annoying? Shooting out fireballs at people, or, you know, taking the accidental hit on accident. So, and for the most part, all I've seen here is, there's only been, like, turtles and some of those things. I wish they redid the sprite of the, Boomerang Bro, because it doesn't match the turtles that are there. But that's okay. I need to find myself another mushroom. I'm sure there's one somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure this is just it. I have no idea how I did not die to him and how he died to me. We're just gonna take that W right there. Goodness. I'm telling you, I'm trying not to be sick, but it's just happening. So first day of school went well. Like, I'm starting to learn the kids and stuff, and honestly, like I said, this year I feel good about myself just because of like where I'm at as a teacher and like the stuff I've learned along the way. And I'm also using these new skills that I've learned about. Where am I supposed to go? Hold on. We're gonna snipe this guy, snipe that guy. Ooh, I almost hit myself. That would have sucked. But I'm just learning new stuff, and whatnot. And it's just, I don't know. I'm just having a good time. Like, I don't see a need for me to complain about anything. Like last year was rough. And if you followed me before, you would know that like I had a rough time last year just because like it was a rough year in general. And when it comes to this year, I knew that was going to happen. When it comes to this year, like the kids are already better. Like our school changed to where now we're what's called a magnet school. So with magnet school status, that basically, where did you come from? With magnet school status, that basically means that we get to choose which kiddos got in. They had to basically apply to get in our school. So we have a lot less behavior problems this year, and instead we can deal with other matters at hand. Like when it comes to academic stuff, I would much rather deal with an academic problem than deal with a behavior problem, just because behavior problems get real annoying real quickly. And also, I feel like academic problems I can solve easier. And you know, as a teacher, that's something I want to be able to do, is solve all these problems that we have. Being able to tell a kid, hey, you may not get it this way, but you might get it a different way, is something that I've always enjoyed. So like, it's just, I'm very optimistic this year, which is something I think everyone should be at some point, is be optimistic about this kind of stuff. Hello. An old abandoned mine dating back to the 18th century. That would be 1700. Did people mine in the 1700s? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Probably. I feel like they did. Maybe I'm wrong. I could probably be wrong. Oh, gross. Football dudes. No one wants to see these charging chucks anywhere. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about like school things and stuff. And there's also been like life stuff, which I'll talk about next episode. But like I've been really optimistic when it comes to school things. Like this is oh no. I think I might have saved myself. Yeah, I stuck myself in there. Oh well. Sometimes you can save yourself into a death. That's not a good thing to do. So I don't know, I just wanted to sit here and chill. I don't really do a lot of Mario stuff on my channel anymore. Like, I try to, because the Mario stuff surprisingly does pretty well. I get about 40 to 50 views on that kind of stuff, which compared to my, like, I don't know, but video gaming on my channel always does less than the K-pop stuff does nowadays, which, I mean, I can't blame. Like, the K-pop stuff's just more fun to do. But, like, to be able to sit here and chill and play Mario and stuff, like, it's therapeutic. It's also it feels like home, if that makes sense, because, like, this channel was built on me doing this sort of stuff, doing this sort of content, being able to sit here and play a Let's Play and talk to you all. The only thing different between now and 11 years ago is I have a better microphone and I have a camera that works. But like, it's still same old me. I mean, I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 29, which is a little bit of a difference, but like, it's still me just having fun and talking to myself. And And honestly, like, I don't think I could ever just get rid of the content on here that's, I don't think I could ever get rid of just the gaming content and just be a K-pop reaction channel. As fun as that would be, like, this is the stuff I am passionate for as well. I'm passionate for, ooh, little Rex guys. I like the little Rex guys. He's cute. Being able to play games and talk to y'all is one thing. And I know that half the time I'm talking to nobody, right? Like, I could upload this and it gets 0 views, 0 likes, whatever. But I'm still sitting here making it available for that one person who this is enjoyed for. I've always had the same motto when I've done these things, is that when I was younger, I used to watch these videos, the same type of videos by this person named Seamus, SSOHPKC, and I would always, it'd be like therapy, right? I'd be able to sit there and listen to him and not feel that bad about things in life, because I could listen to him complain or talk or whatever. And I want someone to have that same feeling with me, being able to say, hey, this is something I enjoy as well. And so I want to be that person for somebody. Even if I'm able to have one person just have a good time sitting here listening to me talk, then really that's all that matters. And I've been told multiple times before by commenters and stuff saying, hey, I enjoy your content. I've been watching you since 20 whatever. And I'd be like, cool, I appreciate that. Also, if you ever do comment, if you're sitting here watching me right now, comment and tell me that you're watching me and say that, I don't know, something, I don't know. But if you do, I will, I'll put a heart by it. I always put hearts by the comments that I read, so that way you know that they've gotten to me. Beware of booby traps. I can do that. I mean, as long as this isn't like a troll place, I think we'll be fine. Well, he did tell me to beware. I just didn't pay attention. Okay, fun fact. Be aware of booby traps. This is now something we're going to do. We have to actually pay attention. He's going to try to trick us, but we're going to be okay. So how... You can kind of... Look, when he hits it, look at how that's not shaking. So you can tell. Okay. Fair. We're just going to have to pay more attention to see if there's anything else that's a booby trap. Besides that one that was there. I have to... I'm assuming the coins are where booby traps are. Okay, cool. At least he's basically... Hold on, can I have it? Aw, man. That's annoying. I was hoping those were actual kudos moons. Look, I am smart. I can avoid the booby traps. We don't have to be dumb at this. I have no idea how I didn't die right there. Oh, look at the slowdown for a little bit. We haven't had slowdown the entire time. I'm assuming all of that is fake. We'll go over here. There we go. See? Nice and easy. I have to focus for a little bit. Look at all those moons that I could totally get, y'all. There's totally moons down there. See all those... But I'm a good person who's not going to fall for those booby traps. Kinda wish that he made this thing a booby trap as well. Like having a fake one, because that would have been funny. What else? Oh, I love that background, that Yoshi's Island background. Oh man, Fire Flower makes things so easy. So, that's pretty much the long story of it, is just me wanting to have a place to talk and have a place for if someone wants to sit there and listen, sit there and have background content. I don't care if you fall asleep to this shit. Like, whatever. I want to have fun, and I want to share this fun with you all. And like, this ain't supposed to be, I'm not one of those YouTubers who's extremely loud and all the shit, like, oh man, I saved instead of reloaded. Now we're gonna do this. Here's what we're gonna do. Go like this, there we go. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's extremely loud. Heck, I barely even call myself a YouTuber. I don't really consider myself one. I consider myself just some guy on YouTube rather than a YouTuber. I don't make money for it, and if I did, it would only be like pennies. I'm pretty sure like it was shown on my revenue thing that if I was going to make money, I think for the entirety of last month, it would have been 69 cents. So like, I'm just kind of here. I'm just kind of here wanting to play these games and then listen to music and just chill, because that's what my channel is. So I think next time we will talk about other life things. So we'll do that then. Bye, everybody.